Hey, everybody! Corey here. So excited to be back on live. I know it's been a hot minute. Been traveling, catching up with a bunch of things. So today I'm going to talk about, are you playing small? Is my big question for today. And hey Janine. Hi. Okay. So I am live. We are going. I always have to check that whole Wi-Fi connection because, you know, that's just how things are. Hey, Erica. And too many buttons on here. Get myself all entertained and excited. So, are you playing small? Are you playing big? Do you even know what any of that means? And you guys know, I've shared it with you before, that I am always doing personal development. I'm listening to podcasts, audiobooks, and listening to videos. I have mindset coaches and business coaches, and I'm learning tons of stuff. Why? Because I want to be the best human that I can be. That's just my goal. And I had a question, so I watched this training video from one of my business coaches, and it really hit me that I've been playing small. And some of you guys may disagree with that because I have a lot of you reach out to me, send me private messages, you like my content, you love hearing my positivity and all that stuff. But on the inside, it's this battle of like, what am I going to do the next day? So something that I've struggled with. So here's some questions that I'm going to be working on. I'm not done with this yet because I want it to be bigger and I want to be able to feel it and smell it and see it and taste it and all that stuff when I tell myself this. So I'm going to give you the same steps that they shared. So my business coach is Ray Higdon. He's an amazing trainer, and I learned so much. Hey Terry, about how people work, how to be a better human for myself, how to be a better friend, a better wife, a better business partner, and a better coach and mentor for myself, right? So these are things that I want to do. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can write them down if you want. Grab yourself a pen, or you can go back and listen to it later. But number one is, what are your goals for this week? Now, I know today is Thursday, so some of you may be saying, well, all my goals start on Monday. I used to be that way, but every day can be a new day. So what are your goals for this week? You know, do you want to go to the gym, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this week? Do you want to drink more water? Do you want to meditate? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to spend some more time with your family or your kids, or take them to the park? If you're here in California, the kids are on spring break this week. So do you want to be doing something fun with the family for spring break? Do you want to come up with some other ideas? Do you want to take your business to the next level if you're a business owner? Do you want to bring on some new clients, maybe some bigger, larger, more influential clients? Whatever the case may be, what are your goals for this week? And second to that, now we're going to build on that. What are your goals for the next month? So for the next 28 to 31 days, what are your goals for the next month? Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to have more energy. Maybe you want to have less pain if you're dealing with health and wellness stuff. Or maybe if you're in business, you want to, again, take your business to the next level. You want to bring on some new clients. You want to be able to step out of your comfort zone and do something that makes you a little bit more uncomfortable. Join a new networking meeting, whatever. Right? So whatever your goals are for this week, write them down. If you don't write things down, you actually have to take a pen to, like, paper here. I still buy loose leaf paper, and I still have a binder, right? Or you can have a notebook. Notebooks are cool too. I use those as well. Okay. So you got goals for this week, goals for next month, and then where do you want to be in 2 years? Now, time is never guaranteed, so I'm not guaranteeing that you'll be here in 2 years. But if 2 years is going to show up for you, 2 years is going to show up for you regardless. And I had this actually with somebody. I had a conversation a few weeks ago, and their goal was to bring in, start a side income, have a little extra money so that family, they could travel more. So I'm like, okay, where do you want to be in 2 years? Like, well, I want to be able to take a couple more vacations than every year. So normally I'm just taking like one vacation, and that vacation is spent going back and visiting family, which really isn't a vacation. So they wanted to be able to still do that, but then add on extra time for fun stuff. They wanted to travel to Europe or travel across country, do some different things like that. So I said, okay, in 2 years, you want to be able to take 3 vacations. One of them is going back and visiting family, so have 2 extra vacations. What is your plan to get to that point? Like, can you do that with what you're currently doing? So if you keep doing what you're currently doing, you're always going to get the same result. So is that the case? Or do you have another option? So they're like, yeah, I have another option, and this is what I want to do. Okay. So the 2 years is going to show up regardless, but if you don't make the changes now, you're either going to be in the same spot or you're going to make yourself be in a different spot. Okay. So write down your goals for 2 years. And then the last step, so there's 4 steps to this. The last one is, what are your big goals? And I'm talking dreaming big goals. What do you want to do? Do you want to take off, 2 years solid and not work and be able to travel to all the countries that you can get into around the world? I don't know. Maybe that's an awesome goal. I'd love to travel and see all those places, right? I tell you what, going to Machu Picchu was a huge, huge, big dream of mine. I made that dream come true. So you can do that with your dreams. And when you have those dreams, no matter what it is, maybe you want to send your mom and dad on a vacation. Your mom and dad did so much for you growing up, and you want to contribute back to them, and you want to send them on a trip, like a trip of a lifetime. And you want to be able to 100% all expenses paid for them, gift them back to that. That's a big dream, right? So think big. And when you think big, think of all the different senses that you have. That's why I said earlier is I want to be able to see it, feel it, smell it, taste it, all, you got 5 senses. So all the senses. Build that into your vision is what your big dreams are. Then ask yourself at the end of all of that. So you have, what are your goals for this week? What are your goals for the next 30 days? What are your goals for the next 2 years? Where do you want to see yourself in 2 years? And then what are your big goals? Maybe they take longer than 2 years to get, true, right? But what are your big dream goals? Then ask yourself, out of all of that, why are these goals important to you? So for example, if you want to send your mom and dad on this all expense paid trip of a lifetime, why do you want to do that? If you want to take off 2 years of work for yourself and you want to be able to travel the world, why do you want to do that? Right? So figure out, why are those important to you? All of the goals, not just your big ones, all those weekly and monthly 2-year goals also. But why is a big question. And then write down, so once you have all that, that's going to take some time. Read through it all again. Start at the beginning. So what are your goals for this week? Why is that important to you? What are your goals for this month? Why is that important to you? Where do you want to be in 2 years? Why is that important to you? What are your big goals? Why are each of them important to you? Read through that all again, and then go back and ask yourself, what are 3 reasons that are preventing you from hitting those goals? That to me was the huge, slap me in the face, knock me over, put mud on my face, just shove me down in it, because that was my huge wow moment. And that's what I would love for you guys to share with me. Comment down below. Tell me what your weekly goals are. Tell me what your monthly goals are, what your 2-year goals are, and definitely tell me what your big dream goals are. 1 is I love to inspire and push and push and push you to get those goals. 2, I'm always looking for inspiration and different ideas, because I'm sure tons of you out there have amazing goal ideas that I'm like, I might want to try that too. Who knows, right? So I'm always looking for ideas. So definitely comment down below and share them with me. But I want to know the 3 reasons that are holding you back. I haven't gone, and I'll just totally out here, I haven't gone through this whole exercise yet. My goal is to get through this. This is one of my 1-week goals, is to get through this exercise and really make it solid for me. But I will tell you right off the top of my brain, just writing down the action steps for this was one of the top 3 reasons of why I have not achieved some of the things I'm thinking of is fear. And this, again, may not be totally solid, but it's fear. And as huge as not, I label it not enoughness. I have struggled, like seriously struggled, a huge portion of my life with not being or not feeling enough. And this goes along with being, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not funny enough, not fashion sensey enough, not all kinds of enough. And I've always struggled with putting that down. So I'm taking that verbiage out because always is never the case with anything. Always and never. They never happen. Right? So, but I've struggled with that not enoughness. And I tell you what, the steps that I've been taking over the past years, working on myself so I can be the best human, has broken a lot of this stuff open to me, very raw. This is part of the reasons why, like, you guys see me on Facebook for a while and then you don't see me for a while. It's because I've opened up, not necessarily a new wound, but I've opened up a new part of me that I have to step back and I have to try to discover, feel it out, sense it, determine what my next step is, work myself through that, because I want to be able to come up and show up to you. And going through this, it means that I have to keep showing up for you because someone out there needs this message. You need to know that you're not alone. You need to know that sometimes Facebook is just a bunch of highlights. So it's what people want to show out to the world. It's not necessarily the whole picture. And that can be true for me too. So putting that vulnerability out there and letting you know that I struggle with some of these things, and that's my goal. Is I'm going to work through this. But just again, I had to share it with you guys as I went through this training today. And what's the 3 reasons that are preventing you from hitting those goals? And a big one for me is fear because of not feeling enough. And I'm going to work through that. I'm going to work through this whole step. So I'm going to run through that real quickie recap. What are your goals for this week? Comment them down below and share them with me. What are your goals for the month? What are your 2-year goals? So where do you want to be in 2 years? And then what are your big goals? And huge, like really get big. Don't hold yourself small into that area. Right? Really get big for those. Comment them down below. I want to know what they all are. And then ask yourself, why are those goals important to you? And then what are 3 reasons that are preventing you from hitting those goals? Hey, Diane. Right? So we want to know all of those things. All right? So put that all down in there. And if you want to know what my answers are, send me a private message if you have any questions, because I am happy to share these tips with you. And I've got more. I watched this training video, was about an hour long, and I've got like 7 pages, right? Okay, so if you want those, I'll definitely share my tips with you. So send me a private message. I'll get that over to you. All right, you guys, Cora here. I'm signing out for today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.